What's up, guys? I'm Mike D'Antonio, founder and CEO of StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. I am so excited for tonight's episode. The market pretty much fell off a cliff at the end of the day. We see it, just kind of not really moving too much all day long. And then in about the last hour of the market, the SPY just tanked and the market's still falling in after hours. So we have a ton of great things to go over in today's episode. Tom will not be with us for today's episode, but we're going to be covering the same thing. So we're going to be talking about how Uber and Grubhub might come together. Uber is trying to buy out Grubhub. We're going to be talking about the coronavirus relief bill. We're going to be talking why the market fell today. We're going to be talking about Apple's insanity, and I think it's like a 9 or 10 day green streak. We're going to be going over a ton of momentum plays, and then we are also going to be talking about the $22.5 million options trade that expires this Friday. So to get started, hold on. If you guys are not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. You guys will see my daily stock market watch list and analysis videos every single day. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And other than that, let's get started. So Uber pretty much the Uber and Grubhub have been talking back and forth for a while now about Uber pretty much merging with Grubhub, but Uber would just really buy them out. Pretty much they are in talks of Uber buying out Grubhub, but nothing is official right now. Grubhub is up 29% today, which is absolutely insane. And pretty much Uber and Grubhub, so Uber Eats and Grubhub, they are both in the food delivery industry, and they're both the two biggest, players in this industry. So if they combined, that would be very, very good, and they would have a very strong position in the food delivery industry. So pretty much the main thing is they're just fighting over price right now. I think the current offer is, I believe Uber is trying to acquire Grubhub, but they are offering anyone who owned Grubhub shares, they are offering them 2.15 Uber shares. So like, for example, if you own one share of Grubhub, pretty much if Uber buys Grubhub and the deal goes through, you're going to lose your share of Grubhub, but you're going to get 2.15 Uber shares. So that's good. And then also you are probably seeing a lot of news with the coronavirus relief bill, the new $3 trillion bill that the Democrats are proposing that is most likely to be rejected by the Senate right now. Pretty much it's just politics. They're working on a new bill. It's not really affecting the markets too much, but just keep an eye on that. Like I said, it's not really affecting the markets too much right now, but if it does progress or if it does actually pass, then we might see it affect the markets, okay? And then you're probably wondering, why did the market fall today? There was no main news that made it fall. There was, what led to this huge drop? And really, there's no clear-cut reason. But based on my opinion and also talking with Tom, we think it's just kind of like a buildup of pressure. Like you see stocks like Apple having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it had 9 green days in a row, and it was up green again today. So almost 10 green days in a row. And it's not just Apple. You see a bunch of stocks just kind of like exploding upwards when they really shouldn't be. You see Twilio up from, $117 all the way up to close to $200 in a week. It's just a buildup of pressure that just, it's just like being released almost, So that's what me and Tom both think. I talked to Tom on this, and really how it started is, there was a little downtrend, and then, you started seeing Citi fall, and then Beyond fall, and then Twilio fall, and then Apple fall, and then it was just like a big snowball effect, and the market fell a lot, and it's still falling in after hours. But this can be, I know we're very, very early, and I don't even want to say this yet, but this might be the first red day that really kicks off a new downtrend, like we saw on February 21st. You know, it was the first major red day, and then, you know, 5 days later, the market was down, what, 20%? So, or 10%, I should say. So, you know, I don't want to really call it out too early yet, but to see that big of a drop in that soon, you know, it's interesting to look at. You know, the stat modeling team and I have a lot of puts. I'm very excited for that. You know, very excited, and you know, it's good. You know, even if you didn't get puts today, there's still a ton of time to get in puts in the morning, or, you know, even tomorrow, or, you know, there's still a lot of time. And then also, me and Tom pointed out BMY yesterday as a swing trade. This trade was up, I think at the highs, maybe 2.5%, 3%. So that's good. You know, with the market going crazy now, you know, if you bought this morning, you would still be up by now. So honestly, with the market going crazy, if you did get in this, I'd probably get out of it. You know, it definitely can go up. It's a great play. And honestly, if you bought this morning, you'd be up probably 50 to 70% on the option. So, you know, I definitely would get out of that if you did take that. And then now on to, you know, Apple. You know, Apple, like we said, 9 to 10 green days in a row. I'm very happy to finally see that big red candle. We've been long overdue for this. You know, it's good to see this finally, you know, officially pull back. Good news. So now on to the momentum plays for today. The first one, we have Grub, so GRUB. We have BLK, which I really, really, really like BLK. Its options are very expensive, though. So most people, it's not suitable for everyone to play that. But there's still other plays. You know, Alta is a great play. We have PLNT. Awesome. Great play. We have Z. We have MU. And we have ATVI. All solid plays. Guys, pretty much they're very, very, very easy to play. All you have to do is find the low. So, for example, you know, we see MU had a low of $45 and about 50 cents today. If it breaks that low tomorrow morning, look to get in a bearish position, either puts, shorting the stock, or like selling calls. Those are all different ways to play it, but that's how the strategy works. Very easy. I know a lot of you guys do very well with it. And now on to the $22.5 million options trade for today. And that's the Apple 320 strike calls that expire this week, May 15th. $22.5 million put into this today. This is a huge play. And guys, do not, and I mean do not buy these. The person who traded these most likely shorted them, meaning they want these options to expire worthless. So if anything, if you want to piggyback off this trade, you would want to look at Apple put options, or an even safer alternative is if you do Apple call credit spreads. Okay, so you'd sell the 320 call and you'd buy like the 325 call. You get a credit of about, I don't know, let's say $50, and you would just get like a 10% return at the end of the week if that spread expires worthless, right? If you don't know about credit spreads, you're definitely going to want to do some research before getting into that. I do have a lot of videos on credit spreads, though, so just type in my name, Mike D'Antonio, and then type in credit spreads, and you should see the video pop up there. And that is it. So now we're going to get into your guys' questions from yesterday's video. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I mean, the market, you know, it's very interesting to see this move towards the end of the day, and I'm very happy to see Apple finally pull back. You know, I've been waiting for it for a couple days, and it's looking good though. So we have Richard with the first comment. RTTR is closing a reverse merger, I believe, Wednesday. Somewhat bullish on this penny stock. Let's see, our RTTR. Yeah, I mean, it might be bullish. I just don't trade penny stocks. So let's see, we have Keith saying, hey guys, my goal is to have a big diverse portfolio just to hold and collect dividends. So far, I'm holding DS, OXY, Apple, MS, and Intel. Any suggestions on what else I should hold? Let me take a look at these. So DS, be very, very careful with this. Penny stock, it most likely will not pay dividends at this low, especially in this market. So I would get rid of that. OXY, it's decent. It's a little risky, though. Apple, that's solid, very solid. MS, also good. Intel, also good play. I also like ABBV, ABV. I do like that play. They offer a very attractive dividend, and they have a lot of growth potential. And I like the industry they're into. So yeah. And then so unfortunately, none of us are playing the guitar in the intro videos. We just bought that music, but I like it. So now we have Ronnie saying, "Great video, guys. I'm with Tom on this one. I get up 2 hours before the market, read and scout every morning. So Mike, you're a slacker. LOL, JK. I missed your AMD call this morning, Tom. Would have jumped in. I know I'm a slacker. I mean, we all have to find what works for us. But yeah, I mean, I used to be like that, Ronnie. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like waking up and then just having a fresh mind. B said, what's your opinion on Disney and the better option, T-Mobile or AT&T? I like AT&T for a variety of reasons. They're a very strong company, have a history of great dividends. And let me take a look at Disney. Disney, I like it to the downside right now. I believe they're a good company overall, but for a short-term trade, I like it to the downside. Let me see. So if you have a question on Beyond, just comment it on this current podcast, and we can get that answered for you tomorrow. So Joe said, what are your guys' favorite dividend stocks? So I'll wait for Tom to fully have a discussion about this. But I like Apple. I like ABBV. I'm trying to think of other ones. Procter & Gamble's decent. I mean, they don't report like an amazing dividend, but they're solid. JP Morgan's good. Goldman Sachs is decent too. With dividends, guys, don't look for companies that report high dividends. Look for companies that are solid. They have a strong history. They're solid companies, and then look at the dividend. I see too many people scanning for stocks that have the highest dividend. They come across some penny stock that supposedly pays a 20% dividend, and then they buy it, right? That's normally what happens with those ones. Is those companies normally have such a high dividend to lure investors in, and then eventually they stop paying those dividends, and then everyone kind of gets screwed. So now we have Hayward saying another 3 great calls on the momentum plays, AMD, AMGN, and ABBV. And then I hold ABBV is new for me. Keep up the great work for sure. We have Sharif saying, is it possible to write the stock ticker on the name? Hard to see black background. Let me see. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, pretty much what you could do is for each ticker, normally Tom normally we're just talking about the ticker we're looking at. If it's any ticker that's important, we're definitely going to name it off. But we do have the videos in HD now, so that should hopefully clear up some of the text. So we have Hunter saying, great video. I also get up about 20 to 30 minutes before market open, but I've been trying to get up an hour early now. How many monitors do you guys trade with? So, that's good. But I personally trade with one. Sometimes I trade with 2, but mainly I just use one. I know Tom trades with 2 or 3 even, but we'll fully answer this question when Tom joins us in the next podcast. Kumar said, thanks for answering my question. Great analysis. Thank you. We have Anto saying TVIX and VIX. Should I hold or sell? It really worries me. Well, they both did amazing today. TVIX is up 19%. VIX is up a ton. I called out a day trade for this earlier this morning. I would hold them. If the market tanks, these will definitely skyrocket. We have Michael saying, thanks for the video. Thank you for the comment. We have Max saying, smash the like button before watching. Love to hear that. And he said, hey, Mike, you have a famous name like the coach of the Rockets. Are you related? Have you gotten in TWLO, also MELI? Those 2 stocks look bubbly, especially MELI has a sell candle formed today on the daily. So, yes, I know I believe it's the Phoenix Suns. I believe his name is Mike D'Antoni. So, no, I'm not related to him. Actually, I get asked that question a lot, but there's actually another head coach for Michigan State football who's Mark D'Antonio. So To my knowledge, we're not related, but I do get asked that question a lot. So we have TWLO. Yes, I am in TWLO. I called out the exact credit spread for the statistical modeling team. And then we have MELI. I did not get an MELI. It would have been a great play though. So I am in TWLO though. Let's see, we have, so that is it. That's the last comment for today's video. But yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things going on in the market right now, a lot of great setups being formed. I'm very, very excited for the market tomorrow. I think there's a ton of opportunity. The market is still falling in after hours right now. So that's, tomorrow's going to be interesting to say the least. I'm very, very excited. Like I said, guys, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I post these daily stock market analysis watch list videos. Pretty much if you want to see what I'm going to trade the next day, subscribe and you guys could see the videos every single day. And I just want to say thank you to every single person who left a comment on the video. It really helps grow the channel, and at the same time, you guys get your questions answered. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching.